Preventable chronic diseases are tobacco use, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use. The risk factors have caused unpreventable and preventable diseases like disability and death. To reduce these risk factors, prevent diseases or injury before it ever occurs, reduce the impact of a disease or injury that has already occurred, soften the impact of an ongoing illness or injury that has lasting effects. We all need to invest our time and money in improving healthy lifestyle behaviors by increasing physical activity and improving our diet. By doing this, almost 35% of early deaths will be avoided. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Betty Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka BOFA, advocates for this every Sunday on Health Corner and Nutrition segments showing on Healthy Living with BOFA channel, where she also features professionals on interview with expert segments. Join us every Sunday, 2 p.m. U.S. time, 7 p.m. UK and Nigerian time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on the show, on Healthy Living with BOFA show. Your show, our show, the show you love so much. You love what we do on this show, and that is why we are here bringing you all the information you need to know about health and wellness. I mean, living healthy in all areas of life. Thank you, and God bless you. I'm Betsy Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka BOFA, Holistic Health and Wellness Advocate. Yes, I use holistic approach to advocate for health prevention. Yes, we talk about prevention on this show. We don't want it to happen at all. We want to prevent it from happening. We want to stop it before it happens. Yes. So do me a favor. Invite your network by sharing this show. Bring people on board. Let them come and join us to know what we are for you today and what we are, the type of information we are giving today. And today, we are talking about halitosis. We want to educate on bad breath. You also know it to be mouth odor. Many people don't believe or know that bad breath is related to an underlying health problem, so to say. But I've come to educate you more on that. I've come to tell you to understand that mouth odor may be caused by many things we are not hygienically health conscious of. It can be a temporary problem or a chronic condition that we need medical attention or treatment or even surgery. Yes, bad breath, halitosis, or call it mouth odor. Of course, halitosis, mouth odor, is coming from the mouth. But the question is, where exactly is the mouth odor coming from? Where exactly in the mouth? I mean, which part of the mouth is this odor originating from? Is it from the teeth, tongue, gum, lips, tonsil, cheek, palate, uvula, or retromolar trigon? Where exactly? Somebody answer on my WhatsApp, my broadcast WhatsApp group, that it's coming from tongue. Today, I'll tell you where exactly the mouth odor, halitosis, is coming from. But before I tell you where exactly the odor is coming from, let me educate more on halitosis, bad breath. Here is an important information you all need to know about this condition. First of all, you need to have an understanding that bad breath is a disease caused by bacteria. Secondly, you also need to know that localized mouth bacteria may be your mouth and possibly your body's number one enemy if you have any of these health conditions. The bad news is regular brushing, flossing, and antibiotics therapy will not eliminate all of the offending bacteria in that mouth. I have a good news for you. Here is the good news. The good news is there is a therapy called laser-assisted bacterial reduction therapy, which targets bacteria in hard to reach areas between teeth and gums, sealing off blood vessels and nerves to minimize the chance of infection or discomfort, is the only treatment solution to mouth bad breath, probably caused by health conditions. But inability to treat the bad breath, mouth odor, in this way, we cause mouth bacteria to continue to grow and spread through the circulatory system, eventually winding up near the heart. And this type of treatment, laser assisted bacterial reduction therapy, involves sweeping between the teeth and gums with a dental laser to eliminate stubborn sulfur compounds that cause bad breath. Hear what researchers also say. Researchers also found that the therapy also reduces the risk of bacterial invasion before heart, periodontal, or other invasive surgeries. When my guests on this show and myself preach and advocate for preventive measure, many people think this is a joke. Because once it happens, I'm telling you it's not a joke, because once it happens, that's it. That is it. The next thing is to start running ups and down, helter and skelter, looking for treatment, looking for solution, which happens it's happened often in our society today. It is when it was. It is when it becomes chronic. That's when they start looking for solution. Is that what you wish for yourself? I beg, wish of God for us is to live healthy, to live a sound mind, not in sickness, but in good health. It's now your choice to choose whether in good health or in the other way around. Now we all know what bad breath is. As a foul, rotten, horrible odor emanating from the mouth. Now, what are the causes? I'd like to talk about the causes. There are many causes of bad breath, just as there are many sources of bacteria in the mouth. So halitosis may be caused by, number one, certain food we eat. The things we eat are linked to your oral health. It links to our oral health, including our breath. Items such as garlic and onions or any food are absorbed into the bloodstream until that food leaves the body. It has the potential to affect your breath. Yes, it has potential to affect your breath. Let me now shock you with this information. Do you know that crash diet, low carbohydrate food, can also cause bad breath? Yes, it can cause mouth odor too, bad breath. But let me tell you, not everyone knows that our diet can make a difference in our dental health. Not, in fact, including some health practitioners. Not all of them know that the crash diet can make a difference in our health, dental health. For instance, a crash diet that involves low carbohydrate food intake and fasting promotes halitosis, bad breath. So when you are fasting, you don't eat from morning to night. That means your mouth is not moist. It's not moist to have saliva going, or maybe you are talking, you are eating, you are chewing, that will make your mouth moist. It's not happening. So it brings out that bad smell. Low carbohydrate intake and fasting promote halitosis. Next one is poor oral health care. Without correct and regular brushing and flossing and routine dental exams, Food remains in the mouth. This is a breeding ground for bacteria. Food that collects on the teeth, gums, and tongue may rot your mouth. This causes an unpleasant odor and taste in the mouth. Third one is improper cleaning of denture. Yes. Improper cleaning of that denture. The artificial teeth. You could have it on both sides, upper and the lower teeth. You can have them. I have an uncle. My second uncle, it's old now, maybe probably going to 90. That's the only uncle I have right now. He has denture in his. I'm talking about. I got to know it's an artificial teeth when I'm going to say about 30 or 40 years ago now. And the way I know is when he brings out to clean it after food. I'm like, seriously, Daddy, why are you bringing out your teeth? I was very young then. He said, oh, this is artificial teeth, because he's a very educated person. This is artificial teeth. I said, really? So why do you clean all the time? Oh, I'm protecting it from bacteria. I'm protecting it from bad smell. Now, when I'm now grown up and I see all this information, I got myself in health field and now realize, oh, that's what my uncle was doing there. So, improper cleaning of dentures can also cause bad breath. Dentures that are not cleaned correctly, properly, that are not sanitized, may be collecting bacteria, fungi, and remaining food particles, which cause bad breath, of course. Odor causing bacteria on the tongue is another cause of bad breath, because certain bacteria on the back of our tongues can interact with amino acids in foods and produce smelly sulfur compounds. Yes, some of us, we eat daily. All we do is just to brush our teeth. That's it. We don't brush the tongue. We don't scrape the tongue. And for instance, if you drink milk, it stays in your tongue until you scrape it, until you brush the white stuff. That's when you get rid of it. But if you don't, you leave it till the next day. Oh my goodness, imagine the smell. So you need to be careful of how you treat your mouth, especially your tongue and your teeth, because they can be a vector of any bacteria. Your tongue, your teeth, when you chew something hard, they stuck into your mouth. Everything you chew, carrot, anything, peanut, you see them in your teeth like this, sticking into your teeth. They got stuck in there. So until you brush them out, remember I talked about mouth health care here, how to treat your mouth. Yes, and I taught how to brush your teeth. It's up and down, like this. You don't brush like this. No. You know why? All those things that sticks into your teeth, all those lines in your teeth and inside your gums, they will not come out if you brush it like this. You won't get rid of them. But if you do like this, the brush will get into that lines and flush them out. So the next one is periodontal disease. Periodontal disease is one of the main symptoms of this gum disease. It's bad smelling breath and an unpleasant taste in the mouth. It's a disease on its own. It's going on in your mouth. If you have it going on in your mouth, you're diagnosed of periodontal disease. It can cause bad breath. So this particular condition needs immediate care by an oral health professional, dentist. Next one is tobacco. Before I go to the main one that you think cannot be the cause. Last one is tobacco products. Tobacco products such as cigarettes, smokeless tobacco, and snuff stains the teeth and pull the body at risk for a host of diseases like periodontal disease, loss of ability to taste, irritated gums, and oral cancer. Yes. So when you hear tobacco, cigar, stay away from them. Of course, the company always put it in there at the end of their adverts. Tobacco is dangerous to health. So when you hear the word dangerous, danger, that danger, underline it. You stay away from it completely. It's not meant for human beings. Because the risk you got from smoking tobacco, there are host of diseases. Yes, not only damaging your mouth, your body organs like your lungs, your heart, your liver, so many, including your blood. They are at risk. So stay away from tobacco. So because it can be one of the causes for this bad breath. All these I mentioned are the common causes some of us know as the cause of bad breath. Again, I'm happy to tell you that some health conditions like respiratory infection and other health problems can cause bad breath. Mouth odor. And what are these respiratory infections? Infection of the nose, windpipe, or lungs like chronic bronchitis, postnasal drip, chronic sinusitis can cause bad breath. Other health conditions are diabetes, gastrointestinal disorder, liver or kidney disorder. Do you know that all this kidney disorder, all this liver problem, all this gastrointestinal disorder, the diabetes, all this can cause bad breath? No, you don't know. Maybe some of us on this show that are coming from health field can have an idea, especially when you are a doctor. But if you are not in health field, none of you have an idea that this health problem, especially respiratory infection, can cause bad breath, halitosis, mouth odor, call it whatever you want to call it. Yes, this is the information people need to have when it comes to mouth odor. So, I encourage you see your healthcare provider, your doctor, for a diagnosis for any of these health problems if you have mouth odor and you've done all your self-treatment but no improvement. You've practiced flushing, cleaning, scraping, just regular basic hygiene. It's not working. That means you have a chronic one. Now, what are the symptoms of halitosis, mouth odor? The main symptoms of halitosis is nothing than a bad odor from the mouth that is caused beyond a socially acceptable level. The odor can be worse in the morning or after smoking, drinking coffee, or eating certain food such as garlic. Yes, when you smell yourself, when you begin to smell yourself like, my goodness, this is bad. You are talking to yourself, what am I going to do? I can't even open my mouth in the public. You are feeling it like, you can't shame me. That is a chronic one that needs to be diagnosed by a health practitioner. Yes. So when you yourself feel it, imagine what people around you will feel. When they are talking to you, they have to back up like the car is putting to a reverse, backing up. Oh, excuse me, take it slowly, back up. This is very chronic one, not even acute one, very chronic one. You begin to smell yourself. That's the symptoms. Now, what is the treatment for halitosis, bad breath? Treatment depends mainly on the cause of the condition. And that includes treating the cause of the problem caused by poor oral health care, periodontal cleaning to remove the bacteria and tartar or plaque that has built up and is causing inflammation at the gum line. Next one is antimicrobial mouth rinse that remove excessive plaque buildup in the mouth. The last one is diagnosis and treatment of an existing health condition to get rid of the bad breath. If you have respiratory problem, infection, if you have diabetes, if you have gastrointestinal disease, liver, kidney problem, and you have been they diagnose and they realize that these are the causes, you can now be treated. Depends on that. Depends on where it's coming from. They won't use the treatment for just oral health care for these health caused by a health problem. They won't do that. So they go by the cause of the condition. Now, our goal and priority on this show, what we stand for is prevention, preventive care, preventive routine. We like to prevent it. We like to stop it before it happens. So let's talk about prevention of halitosis, bad breath, mouth odor, call it whatever you want to call it. What are the prevention? How do we prevent it or decrease bad breath? Number one, you need to brush and flush your teeth at least twice a day. Don't eat this morning, afternoon, evening, and you just brush in the morning and in the evening, no cleansing of your mouth. If you have bad breath, you need to be brushing your teeth at least twice a day. When I say at least, okay, Junior. So it means you can do it 3 times, 4 times, or each time you eat, brush. Just like you have a denture, you are removing it each time you eat and flushing it. Do the same thing if you have bad breath. Even if you don't have bad breath, it is advisable to brush your teeth twice a day. We've talked about it on this show several times. So brushing and flushing your teeth at least twice a day makes sense. One of the prevention. Brushing and scraping your tongue, cheeks, and the roof of your mouth. Also one of the prevention or how to decrease the mouth odor. Why? Because most bad breath bacteria live on the tongue. Yes. So brushing or scraping the tongue can make a big difference in your breath. The next prevention is if you have dentures, take them out at night and clean them completely before putting them back in your mouth in the next day. Yes, of course, you don't need it when you are sleeping at night. You put it down. So put it in the container, the thing that will make it, that will protect it from catching, bacteria or germs and being, infected. No, you keep it safe. In the morning, rinse it or wash it again and put it on before you eat. And when you eat, cleanse it and put it back in your mouth if you still want to eat. That's the way you reduce the bad breath in your mouth if you have it. If you smoke, quit. That's the next prevention on how to reduce it. If you smoke and you have bad breath, even if you don't have bad breath, if you smoke, quit. Excuse me, quit. Stop smoking. You will not only have better smelling breath, but I promise you, you will have healthier body overall. Try it. Smoking is dangerous to health, so stay away from danger. That's it. Simple as that. I think you understand in that form. The next one, before the last, is you want to keep your saliva flowing by eating healthy food that make you chew. Fruit like carrots, apples, they require a lot of saliva because you need to chew them. And by the time you are chewing them, the saliva is helping you. So it makes your mouth move, talk, do so many things, be in activities going on in your mouth. So your mouth is very active when you are chewing, when you are eating. So it doesn't bring smell. So you want to keep your mouth, you have to make sure that your mouth is moist. Yes, it's very important. Medically, gum and candies are not recommended because of our teeth. Because study shows that candies, gum, they damage our teeth. They make our teeth decay. But if that could be a solution to the problem, to your bad breath, advised by a dentist, not by you yourself, going on Google and search for what you can do. It must be recommended by your doctor, dentist, that you must eat gums, you must eat candies just to freshen up your mouth when you are in public. So you want to do it recommended by your doctor. So you can also chew sugar-free gum or suck on sugar-free candy. Don't do it yourself. And don't forget, code sugar-free gum. I need you to underline that. Sugar-free candy. Just go for sugar-free candy and gum. If you now try all these methods and you still don't have enough saliva to keep your mouth moist, artificial saliva may be suggested or recommended by your doctor, dentist. And the last important thing you want to do is visiting your dentist on a regular basis. Regular checkups can find problems such as gum disease, infections, and dry mouth on time before any serious health problems occur. Before any health problem occurs, these particular regular checkups can help you. If you have bad breath and the dentist cannot find a cause, you may be referred to your primary care doctor for more follow-up. That means there's something going on inside of you. There's health problem that is causing it. Then you need to see a specialist that specializes on that area. If you find it difficult to maintain proper hygiene, eat healthy, practice physical activity, and check up your body with your doctor, which includes dental checkup, it is possible you have one or two, or you will have one or two health problems going on in that body. I've done health screening for a couple of people in Nigeria, and the responses were not pleasantly positive at all. You know, when you listen to a fellow human being like you telling you their last visit to dentist was 10 years ago, definitely that will turn you off. It will make you feel like, excuse me? You feel badly disappointed. If you are a health conscious person like me, I've spoken to many people asking, when last did you see your doctor to do checkup? 10 years, 15 years. Dental, I've never even done it in my life. What is that? What does that mean? I'm like, seriously? Do we still have a human being on this planet with what is going on in the world due to this global pandemic we just escaped, telling me you have not seen the doctor for the past 1 year, 365 days, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years? Do we still have those people? I bet no. Yes. Now, this will prompt me to say this. I don't want to, but my spirit led me to it. It is our time we talk sense to some heads. Some heads who think some people are fools. People they relate to. They think they are fools. They don't know what is going on around them. They don't know what is going on in the world. And I'll do it in form of educating you. Let's do it in form of educating ourselves. We're going to use, for instance, entertainment industry. I mean, movie industry precisely as a case study today. Some of them think they know all. They think they are smarter than everybody. Some of them do something nasty, things that make no sense. I look at my social media platform, including my WhatsApp sometimes. When I see things they post, I'm like, things that goes on, I'm like, this is not necessary, for God's sake. Who does this? You don't need to do this. You don't have to send this. You don't have to share this. What for? Why this? But they do because they think people will fall for it. They think some people are fools to believe what they are doing. They believe people will pat them at the back. Say, oh, Kare, for where? Of course, some fools fall for it. Yeah. Take a look at the type of outfit they wear to events this day, for instance. Almost half of the body is naked. It's exposed to sunlight, air pollution, dust, germs, infection, and more. And you see that sunlight, even though the body needs it, and excessive of it causes health problems as well. Let me tell you how it works. Let me give you more information on that in case you don't know. Even though our bodies make vitamin D from sunlight, which varies based on geography, skin color, air pollution, and other factors. Sunlight exposure also needs to be limited to avoid risk of skin cancer and other health problems. For instance, in a country where there is a spring, summer, and winter, the country that I live, as you can see, today I'm in the US, and the weather is, of course, it's cold. That's why I'm dressing like this. 10 to 20 minutes of sun is adequate in the spring and summer. Why? Because we go out, we're exposed to sunlight. But during the winter months, we need to spend almost 2 hours out there to get a fill of vitamin D. Why? Because very few foods contain vitamin D. Why? Because we stay so long more inside, indoor. And when I say you need to run a test to know if you need vitamin D or the amount of vitamin D your body needs, it sounds like, what is she talking about? Yes, there are certain vitamins you don't take without the recommendation of your doctor. You need doctor's recommendation to take some vitamins, especially vitamin D. Those of you that live in Africa, you are exposed to sunlight, and it must not be too much. When it's coming excessively taken, then there's a problem. Now, let's go back to our case study. Exposure to sunlight, air pollution, dust, germs, and so on. When our ladies in the movie industry expose their skin to all this, especially at shooting location and event, it exposed them to so many health risks out there. It exposed them to many danger going on there, to a lot of bacterial diseases going on. Don't get me wrong, few of them do checkups after the activities of the day. Movie shooting activities. But how many of them? Perhaps 1% of them. You see them. We get to know how preventive they are when you see them getting sick, soliciting for funds for medical treatment, or when the death knocks on their doors. That is when you know they are not health conscious, not hygienic, or taking health precautions. They are just making noise on social media like they know what is going on when it comes to health. No, they don't. They don't know. And that's why you see what is going on in the movie industry going on now. Yes, I just told you, they are exposed to so many things. They are exposed to sunlight, too much of sunlight, because all the outfits they wear, they are half naked. half naked in the sense of doing fashion. Air pollution, dust, germs, and so on get into their skins and enter into their body system, to their bloodstream, and that causes problem, especially ladies. You won't see men. I've seen many of their videos, their parties where they are spraying, doing sort of things. I've seen how men dress. Some of their men are not even attending party like the ladies do. Yes, some ladies almost walk naked on the street, even when they are not even going to any event. Ordinarily going out, ordinarily on show like this, on videos, on making videos on social media, especially when they are having event, they put those things on like rags, thinking they are fashionistas. Yes, they walk naked, yet the society see them as role models, and some of them are mothers. What exactly are we teaching our children and our young generation to come? Some of you will watch my video and you comment or you look at me like, what is she talking about? Of course, who cares? Say whatever you want to say. I'll say my own as it is. As an advocate for health. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking to everybody generally. But I just use the case study of this particular industry to make my point, to buttress my point. Yes. You see that sunlight, for instance, anyone with lupus, like the one of female actors is fighting and struggling with presently in the movie industry. Thank God. Some people got to know what lupus is due to what happened to one of these female actors in the movie industry. Some of them don't know. They don't have understanding of what lupus is. A situation has exposed many people to understand that lupus is this, is that, is this. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that can damage any part of the body. And it's more common among women of childbearing age, ages 15 to 44 years, or more than that. And this particular disease, lupus, can affect almost, again, any organ in the body. Anyone with this disease must not expose herself to sunlight. Why? Because most people with lupus are sensitive to light, a condition called photosensitivity. When I heard about this lady in the movie industry, they're sharing it. Oh, she has lupus. She has 5 years to live. I'm saying, like, seriously? Don't you guys have people that are advising you, that are talking to you medically? I have patients that have lupus and he's been on for over 10, 20 years. He's still living. She is still living. So what is the big deal in that? Why do you want to, make the heaven lose because that is going on? Don't get me wrong. I feel for her, but the consequences is here now. Because the study shows that exposure to light can cause rashes, fever, fatigue, or joint pain in some people with lupus. And this is the reason why people with lupus must stay away or off sunlight or light. And most of the time, you see these ladies out there, they are half naked, exposed to sunlight, to dust, to bacteria, to infection. Now, we have the consequence now. Eating some of them or somebody, whoever. And guess who suffer for this? Who suffer for this? The victim and the society. I'll tell you how you suffer for it, the society. The same people that flaunt cash on social media and spray musicians thousands and millions of naira are now begging for fund for medical treatment. They cannot flash back the same way they post throwback pictures on social media to remember when they are spraying and flaunting. They cannot look back to see when they responded disrespectfully to a fan who advised on their mode of dressing, telling them how shameful and unhealthy they are. These are the same people they run to via social media to beg for money. Can you now see how society suffer for their consequences? That's it. Why do we find it so difficult? Why do we find it so tense and tiring to prevent this from happening? Why? Let me tell you, anything, any bad habits, including bad eating habits, can be as a result of or a cause for any health problem. Yes, any bad habit you put on there, including mode of dressing, including bad food you put in that mouth that goes down to your body, can be a cause or as a result of the problem you are suffering for today. It may not be the one you did yesterday. It may be the one you have done for the past 10, 15 years ago. It's now hitting you today. It's hitting you up today. The common way people give up their powers, dignities, respect is by saying they don't have it. When you disrespect yourself, you dress like a hoe, you dress like a prostitute. When you make people see that you are weak, when you lose out there your dignity, you are as well directly telling people that you don't have any of them. You don't have power, you don't have dignity, you don't have respect for yourself and for your people as well. But let me tell you this. I've come to tell you today that it is never too late. You are never too old to set another goal or dream. It is never too late to change the way you live now. You can still live a healthy life if you really want to. You can still choose a healthy lifestyle now before it is too late. Please choose. I'm Betty Olayinka Folari Akinosotu, aka Bofa, an advocate for health and wellness. That's all I can share with you today on Healthy Living with Bofa TV Health and Nutrition Talk Show. Please don't forget to share this show with your friends, your colleagues, your network. And do not hesitate. Love and share and connect us via our Instagram and Facebook at Healthy Living with Bofa TV. Until next week, when I bring you an information on wellness, I wish you all a productive week ahead of you. So I'll see you next week. God bless you. God bless me. Stay blessed and remain healthy. Good night.